Chapter 61, Coincidentally, I am also an auxiliary soul master. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Wang Feng took out a bag from the soul guidance device, which was also heavy, and shook it in front of the girl. The girl's face changed. After so many years, she was rejected for the first time when she went out, which made her feel extremely uncomfortable, but I still used the same method, so I can't find a reason. Are you a soul master? That the girl took a deep breath and restrained her undulating chest. You can take out so many gold soul coins, you should be a soul master. That the Hall of Soul Martial Arts has subsidies for soul masters, and the 21st level soul master has 10 gold soul coins every month. The subsidy of the Spirit Hall was a source of income for many spirit masters before the 40 level. The man in front of him looks like he should be about 15 years old, probably more than 20 grades. His clothes are not luxurious, but just right. It's not because of the family background behind him that he can take out such a large sum of soul coins, but because of the subsidy of Xuanhuan Palace. You don't need to use your 10-month subsidy to compete with me. The girl frowned, still forcibly suppressing the suffocation in her heart, and said in a soft voice, if you are a soul master, we can make friends. By the way, I am an auxiliary soul master. Auxiliary soul master, generally everyone wants to make friends, because no matter what it is, the healing type or the additional ability type is the type that most spirit masters like very much. The reason why the 7 treasure glazed glass sect, which is well known in the mainland, is so popular and can attract the titled Douluo experts to join. Besides, the girl is confident with her appearance, even if she is not an auxiliary soul master. As long as she is a boy, she is willing to make friends with herself. The girl also looked at the boy, who looked very good and fit her appetite, and said such rare words. If she changes to an ugly one, she doesn't even bother to shake it, so she turns around and leaves. It's a coincidence. Wang Feng couldn't help smiling. I am also an auxiliary soul master, so I just put the room here. Can't you change to another one? That he probably already guessed who this girl is. As the saying goes, the same kind repels each other and the different kind attracts each other. The abilities of the auxiliary type spirit master and the auxiliary type spirit master cannot be added to each other. Otherwise extremely serious consequences will occur. You are a big man, how can you be an auxiliary soul master? That the girl was stunned, looking at Wang Feng. She didn't recover for a while. Manager Wang on the side couldn't help hearing it secretly, saying, funny ma, you beat Dai Xiao like that with just one punch. You actually have the face to say that you are an auxiliary soul master. However, Manager Wang dare not say this. You did it on purpose. The girl looked at the smile on Wang Feng's face and said angrily, what is your name? Said, the girl stared at Wang Feng seriously. My name is Wa, Wang Feng said, my name is Shagua. Wa Shagua? The girl frowned, feeling such a strange name, but she snorted and said, Wa Shagua, I remember you. After Wang Feng finished speaking, he walked upstairs. Manager Wang couldn't help it anymore, so he laughed a few times. What are you laughing at? The girl asked. Ahem, I just think this name is funny. Manager Wang coughed a few times. Xindao, this girl is really naive, asking someone else's name, who will tell you if she doesn't report her name first. I don't know which spoiled eldest lady is. The girl looked at Manager Wang with a strange expression, and said a few words of the name in her mouth. Suddenly, something seemed to have occurred. The girl was flushed, her head seemed to be puffing, her hands tightly together, she trembled with anger. Asshole! You dare to play with me! The girl Deng Deng was about to walk upstairs, but after thinking about it, she turned and left. Very good. If I let Ning Rongrong see you again next time, I want you to look good. Dare to offend me. I am so angry. The girl stomped fiercely on the spot, and then said to Manager Wang, are there any rooms left? No. Miss, would you like to go to other hotels? Manager Wang frowned. Ning Rongrong glared at Manager Wang, then turned around and left. In the white innocent room, Wang Feng stood at the door of the window, looking at the girl who was going away, and shook his head. It's really a arrogant Ning Rongrong. I didn't expect to meet her first. Wang Feng turned around, looked at the white room, and lay on his back on the white bed. After a short break, Wang Feng took a bath and washed away all the dust. After a while, he heard a knock on the door. Opening the door, it was Tang San and Xiao Wu. "Brother Feng, my brother and I are going out to stroll around, so let's go. Soto City is so big. It's much bigger than Notting City." Xiao Wu was energetic, obviously pulling Tang San out forcibly, a little excited. "Okay. I'll go shopping too." Wang Feng looked at the sun outside, the wind and the beautiful weather, and his heart moved slightly. After discussing, the three people walked out of the hotel. Wang Feng felt quite comfortable with the warm sunshine on his body, and the three of them wandered all the way. Not long after, Tang San paused and looked at a shop in the distance. There was a special pattern on the signboard of the shop. There was a sword, a hammer, and a blue electric Tyrannosaurus on the group. "Xiao Wu, Brother Feng, I'll go and take a look inside." Tang San looked at the shop and thought for a while, and walked in. "Isn't this the token mark on the Wuhuan Hall? I'll take a look too." Xiao Wu also followed in. Wang Feng did not follow, because he knew that the owner of this shop should be the dean of Shrek Academy, Flander. After saying goodbye to the two, Wang Feng continued to stroll around Soto City. Various shops are dazzling, quite like a big city. Suddenly, Wang Feng was strolling around, and suddenly there was a voice in front of him. "Return the money to me. Do you know who I am? I stole something on my head. If you don't return it to me, be careful, I'm welcome." "Hey, little girl, I picked up this bag of golden soul coins on the ground. You say it belongs to you, and it is yours. You call it to see if it agrees." Wang Feng looked into the distance, surrounded by a group of people, can't help but enjoy. In the distance, a beautiful young girl in a white skirt is in front, looking at the two men very angrily. The two men, with hippie smiles on their faces, and the not-so-weak spirit power fluctuations on their bodies, were extremely majestic and burly. At this time, they were holding several bags of gold soul coins. "Isn't this girl Ning Rongrong?" Wang Feng walked over and took a look. There were a few whispers around. "This baby girl is so lucky. How did she provoke two rascals like Zhang Si Wangu? These two are regular visitors in the arena of souls. It seems that this girl just bought something and accidentally dropped the money on the ground, but when she recovered, she was picked up. I'm afraid she might not come back. Why are Zhang Si Wangu also two soul masters? Why are you embarrassed to play a rogue with a little girl?" Listening to the discussion around, Wang Feng looked a little amused in the distance. Ning Rongrong, the eldest lady, came out of the seven treasure glazed glass sect by herself. She was very different from the world. She seemed to be gentle, but she was very proud in her heart. Faced with this kind of rascal, she might only be molested. However, Wang Feng didn't plan to help. A young lady like Ning Rongrong came out alone, and there must be people from the seven treasure glazed glass sect secretly following her nearby. It was impossible for anything to happen, said. Wang Feng planned to turn around and leave. At this moment, a fragrant wind suddenly floated, and a white figure suddenly appeared in front of him. "Brother, why are you here?" The figure suddenly appeared in front of him, and said in surprise, "The person here is Ning Rongrong." Wang Feng was stunned. At this moment, Ning Rongrong grabbed Wang Feng's shoulders, turned his head, looked at the two men arrogantly, and said with disdain, "You bastards, dare to grab my money. My eldest brother is here now, but the auxiliary soul master is very powerful, and I will knock you two down later." After speaking, Ning Rongrong lifted her white chin and looked at the two men coldly. "Wang Feng, this little girl is okay, isn't she such a grudge?" But it was Ning Rongrong who saw Wang Feng just now. Yu Guang ran over before Wang Feng turned around. "Ha ha ha. Auxiliary Soul Master. Little beauty, your elder brother is Auxiliary Soul Master, and you want to beat our two war Soul Masters down?" One of the men www.novelmtl.com laughed out. "Believe it or not, I can punch him down with a few punches." His name is Wang Wu, this year's 23rd level War Spirit Master, and his spirit is a praying mantis. The other one is called Zhang Si. His brother is also a 24th level War Spirit Master. Wuhuan is a Fishan, a special kind of plant. the two are called the Flying Mantis combination in the arena of souls. I don't believe it. Ning Rongrong flashed a sly in his eyes, still proudly said, if you have the ability, you can beat my big brother down. Wang Feng, there was a loud laugh all around. Boy, you are her elder brother, aren't you? Come here, if you can beat one of my brothers today, I will pay you back the money. Wang Wu said with a smile, you look pretty, but when I punch it, your face will swell for fear. Wang Feng looked at the two of them and said, I don't know her. If you want to punch her, just punch her. It doesn't take a few punches. One punch can beat her into tears. Wang Feng shook off Ning Rongrong's hand, go away, don't fight against Lousy. I don't know you. Ning Rongrong, this bastard, playing with me in the Rose Hotel, are you like pulling away now? I want to bring you in too. Make you wait and be beaten. Big brother, I promise I never dare not listen to you again. Ning Rongrong pretended to be aggrieved and whispered, they bullied me, are you just looking at me? That kid, are you too spineless, right? Wang Wu couldn't help but smile, your own younger sister was bullied. Are you still so persuaded? Is it a man? Come over, punch me 3 times, I just give you the money back. Chapter 62, You are too young, I have no interest in you. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Wang Feng's mouth twitched slightly, I thought, the more beautiful a woman is, the more deceitful she is, Ning Rongrong, this girl, she expected me to be an auxiliary soul master, and she wanted me to make a fool of myself, but it was normal. Wang Feng remembered that in the original work, Ning Rongrong looked like a wealthy eldest lady who seemed gentle and pleasant in the early stage, but was in fact spiteful and willful, proud and contented. After entering Shrek Academy, he slowly improved, at the same time, secretly. The two figures whispered and communicated. Hiss, I said the boss, this young lady in our sect, when did you recognize a big brother? This should be the first time she has walked out of the Qibao glazed glass sect. I don't know, the lady is very clever, although she is usually a little proud. But in my experience, the boy is afraid that she is having a holiday with the lady, and the lady should do this on purpose. Should we take the shot? What is it? Since there is a festival, it is Mrs. Enemy, let him be taught a lesson. We will take action later, knowing that we cannot easily expose. At this time, as soon as Ning Rongrong said this, everyone around was pointing at Wang Feng. All right, then come on. Seeing this, Wang Feng grinned and walked a few steps forward, looking at the two of them, since trouble comes to the door, how can he be afraid of trouble, even if he can't get rid of it, then he will face the difficulty, this is his style. Ning Rongrong took a few steps back, a sly flash in his eyes, and said in his heart, asking you this guy to bully me in the Rose Hotel, now deserves it. But after another thought, when this gets beaten up, he can't just leave, don't care, anyway, watching you get beaten, this lady feels comfortable. Big deal, I'll hire someone to treat you later, even if it's even. Ning Rongrong, when is she a loser? As soon as Wang Feng's words came out, the surrounding area suddenly separated a field. That's right, let's discuss and exchange, isn't I bullying the weak? Wang Wu said with a smile, you want these bags of gold soul coins, so you just discussed with us. So much bullshit, come quickly. Wang Feng waved to the two of them, he is really not interested in working with these two more than 20-level spirit masters, they are too weak. Good boy, enough to pull. Seeing this, Wang Wu also smiled, without saying anything, he directly lit up the Wuhuan directly, one white and one yellow, 2 spirit rings, slowly rising from his feet. A green praying mantis appeared above his head. Mantis, possess. Wang Wu gave a soft drink. His body began to change slowly, and then, with a kick, he kicked a footprint directly on the spot, and struck Wang Feng with a punch. In an instant, the surrounding crowd dispersed again, someone looked at Wang Wu's Wuhuan with envy, this is a real soul master, you must know that among the common people, the soul master only occupies a small part. Seeing this fist hit, Ning Rongrong's face changed a little. The auxiliary-type Spirit Master's body is not strong, and the body of these strong attack-type Spirit War Masters is even more different. If this punch is hard, this should be injured, right? Humph, blame himself if he is to blame. Ning Rongrong turned his head away, not wanting to see this scene. Who let this play with himself? Boom! Just then, a voice suddenly sounded. Ning Rongrong hurriedly turned his head to look around, but was stunned. I saw that Wang Wu, who didn't know when, actually flew out, lying on the ground in the distance. His palms seemed to be soft, and his whole body was shaking. What happened just now? A question mark slowly popped up in Ning Rongrong's mind. She looked around, and saw the people around her. Her eyes widened, as if she had seen something incredible. At this time, I saw Wang Feng standing on the spot, patted the position of his chest, and then walked towards the two of them. Two little brothers, what do you say? Wang Feng looked at the other Zhang Si. You, don't come over. Zhang Si took 2 steps back quickly, looking at the extremely handsome boy with some horror. With the punch just now, the eldest brother Wang Wu hit the boy's chest with a real punch. However, the imaginary scene did not happen. I only saw a boy, one with his chest tall. The eldest brother Wang Wu shook back like a bent spring, and after a round, he lay on the ground. Very weird. However, as Zhang Si, who has fought and failed in the arena of souls, he is very experienced. This young man is obviously outrageously strong, and he is not an auxiliary soul master at all. That little girl is cheating them. Money, money for you. Zhang Si threw a few bags of gold soul coins to Wang Feng, helped Wang Wu go away tremblingly. When everyone saw this, they also dispersed. They also secretly said in their hearts that this young man is afraid that it is not easy. It shouldn't be an auxiliary-type soul master. How can an auxiliary-type soul master have such a strong body? Wang Feng turned around and walked towards Ning Rongrong, with a faint smile on his face. This smile made Ning Rongrong hairy, gave her the feeling that a hunter was patrolling and was about to hunt small animals. You, what do you want to do? Ning Rongrong stepped back several steps, raised his head, and looked at Wang Feng without fear. The arrogance that comes from being pampered is not so easy to disappear. I don't want to do anything. Wang Feng tossed the golden soul coin in his hand and said with a smile, thank you, for nothing. I earned hundreds of golden soul coins. Ning Rongrong was taken aback when he heard the words, and hurriedly said, that's mine, give it back to me. Give it back to you. Wang Feng took the golden soul coin into his arms, and he looked at Ning Rongrong a few times, and couldn't help but smile. Okay, didn't you just call me the eldest brother? Call a few good brothers to listen to me. Just give it back to you. Wang Feng is not a good man. Ning Rongrong, this girl, deliberately troubled him just now, so how can I not beat this girl? You. Ning Rongrong flushed and stared at Wang Feng angrily. I just called my eldest brother, just to get this into the water and act in a scene, so that she really made her the dignified Qibao Liuli sex eldest lady, call a strange man a good brother. How can such an ambiguous name be possible? Really Toad want to eat swan meat? I see you don't have any money right now. Wang Feng shrugged and said regretfully, if there is no gold soul coin tonight, you are afraid that you will be sleeping on the street and be with beggars outside the city. Wang Feng laughed a few times and continued, I heard that the beggars outside the city don't take a bath for most of the year. You can be with them and eat food picked from the garbage. Experience it. After speaking, Wang Feng turned around and planned to leave. Hearing these words www.novelmtl.com Ning Rongrong's delicate face was pale with fright. I thought of coming out this time, but I was alone. The gold soul coins are in this bastard's hands now. If he really doesn't return it to himself, wouldn't he really want to? Ning Rongrong felt terrifying when he thought about this picture. No, absolutely not. Wait. Ning Rongrong hurried forward a few steps, blushing, give me the golden soul coin, and I'll just call it. Wang Feng paused and looked at Ning Rongrong, as if I was watching you perform. Okay. Ning Rongrong opened his mouth, a strong shame in his heart. A good word, I just shouted for a long time, and there was no second word. Ning Rongrong feels wrong the more he thinks about it, tears are rolling in his eyes. okay. The next moment, she seemed to be yelling out. At this moment, a bag of gold soul coins was suddenly thrown on her body, accompanied by a lazy voice. Forget it, don't shout. You are a little bit young, I am not interested in you, I just want to teach you a lesson. Hold your golden soul coin, and climb for the Lord. After speaking, Wang Feng turned around and left. Only Ning Rongrong stood alone in a daze. After a long time, Ning Rongrong chuckled out, the tears in the corners of his eyes were still dry. Secretly, the two people who were waiting to be shot stopped. This kid is a bit interesting. Dare to bully our young lady like that. Boss, shall we take action? Farewell, the Lord has ordered, as long as there is no danger, let the young lady come out to see the outside world. Besides, I think this kid has an appetite for me, can treat the young lady submissively. I really see you for the first time. Chapter 63, Shrek Academy. You are listening at novelfold.audio. This soul is light. Ning Rongrong looked at the figure that quickly disappeared from his sight, smiled with tears, and muttered. Tell me to climb, turn around and leave. Humph, what a weird guy. But. At this point, Ning Rongrong laughed again, and while wiping the tears from the corners of his eyes, he said. It's quite interesting. You even said that this lady is young, you are only 2 or 3 years older than me. She thought that when Wang Feng said young, he meant his age, Ning Rongrong said, recalling what happened today, and couldn't help but chuckle again. At this time, Ning Rongrong suddenly heard a couple arguing on the side of the road. No, I don't want to break up, you tell me, what's wrong with me, can't I change it? It can't be changed. If you don't tell me, how do you know if I can change it? Well, this is what you want to hear, then let me tell you, you are too young, I am not interested in you. So break up. I am not young, and you are 2 or 3 years older than me. Aren't we just getting better? Please, I didn't mean you are young. I mean, I am really not interested in girls with small breasts. Can you change it? You can't change it. So, break up. Who said it can't be changed? You, if you don't touch it more, it will become bigger. Ning Rongrong looked at the couple, 15 or 6 years old, the two people were blushing. She seems to understand something. In an instant, her white face turned red at a speed visible to the naked eye, and her head seemed to be steaming. Ning Rongrong stamped on the ground fiercely, shy and angry. Asshole, asshole. Hooligan. Where am I young? Fuck me again. Talking, Ning Rongrong lowered his head and straightened his waist. He could only see the toes slightly, and couldn't help but angrily said, I am not young at all. I am so mad at me. My soul is pale. Wang Feng hurried away, suddenly stopped behind, not because he didn't want to hear that good brother, it was because Wang Feng felt that he was locked in by 2 eyes. Not surprisingly, it should be the bodyguard who secretly protected Ning Rongrong. The 7 treasure glazed glass sect has 2 titled Douluos. Forget it, although I am not very afraid, if I am worried about it, it will be troublesome. Wang Feng shook his head. Besides, I really only wanted to teach Ning Rongrong, she is not big, and Wang Feng is not very interested in her, although she looks really beautiful, she is more than 1 grade better than many stars in her previous life, but it's not very useful. Wang Feng returned to the hotel, and the sky darkened. At this moment, a shock rang from the hotel. Wang Feng looked at the room where Tang San was, as if recalling something. Could it be that Tang San was tempering something? Well, I think about it, in the original work, it seems that Xiao Sen went to the shop during the day and got a piece of it. Stone, using this stone to temper the inner door hidden weapon of the Tang sect, the Dragon Beard Needle, to break the inner family chi. In the world of Douluo, it has a very terrifying effect on those spirit war masters with extremely high defense. Thinking of this, Wang Feng couldn't help feeling a little surprised. In the past 5 years, Wang Feng has tried all the hidden weapons on Xiao San. Honestly speaking, as long as he has a certain speed, what kind of concealed weapons, machine brackets, etc. of the junior third are nothing, but this Dragon Beard Needle is a hidden weapon of Xuanhuan, and it is the top 10 hidden weapon. It is very powerful. I have time to try. I don't know if this dragon beard needle can break my defense. Wang Feng pinched his chin and thought about it. Tomorrow he would go to Shrek Academy, and he would sit on the bed and practice habitual meditation. The next day, early in the morning, Tang San and Zao Wu came to wake up Wang Feng and went to Shrek Academy together. Out of Soto City, all the way to the south, you can see a large area of golden farmland, which reminds Wang Feng of a large area of rice fields when he was a child in the countryside in autumn in his previous life. The master said, after you leave the south gate, walk along the official road and you will see Shrek Academy. Tang San looked at the farmland in the distance, and said with a sense of relief. I don't know, what will this Shrek Academy look like? Why is it outside the city? Zao Wu was a little curious, so he drew a piece of rice that was about to mature, and poked the millet playfully. Because of being poor, Wang Feng said, is indeed poor. In the original book, Shrek Academy was out because of poverty. No way. Zao Wu said in surprise. Tang San also frowned. Why not? Wang Feng said with a smile, otherwise, who would build the academy outside of the city? But I'll know when I arrive. Wang Feng is also a little curious about this Shrek Academy, after all, has only been read in novels, and has not seen the truth with my own eyes. After walking for a while, Zao Wu coquettishly transferred to Tang San's back and asked Tang San to walk with his back. Zao Wu did not jump down until the three of them came into sight and a small village appeared. It should be there. Zao Wu eagerly looked into the distance, but, how come you look strange? The three of them walked towards the small village not far away. Before approached, a long line stretched from the door to the place of the three. It's really tattered. Wang Feng was speechless. He wants to enter this Shrek Academy to check in. Joining is inevitable. At the entrance, there is a table. At this time, an elderly man is sitting, and it seems to be checked by the students who come to sign up. Behind the old man is the doorway, and there is a plaque hanging on the doorway with the words crookedly engraved on it, Shrek Academy. There is a pattern beside, which is the legendary Shrek monster, looks like a slime. Wang Feng said in his heart, a human-shaped head, green, looks a little cute. Slime is the most trash monster in many magic novels. As for this Shrek. Brother Feng, I really got it right for you. Zao Wu said silently, it's tattered, worse than Nodding Academy. Is this Shrek Academy really? Wang Feng. That's not it. This is Shrek Academy. It is claimed that you can get the Academy of the Viscount Empire after graduation. That the mother of a child next to seems to have the same deep doubts as Zao Wu. When Wang Feng heard this, he could not help but secretly said, as expected, it was the same as in the novel. However, this kind of promise is probably a gimmick that wants to attract outsiders to Shrek Academy. Otherwise, I'm afraid no one will come to Shrek Academy. It must be true. A place like Shrek Academy is like those youth classes in previous lives. Wang Feng's heart moved. The youth class in the past life is to make most of the brains of all parts of the country extremely smart. Yu reading www.yuukaungshu.com has special abilities, and those children who can only call fuck in the general population are brought up together. Most of their achievements when they grow up are extremely good, but in modern times, there are very few junior classes. Is a true, genius-type character. Thinking about it this way, Shrek Academy is nothing like the youth classes in the previous life. What can read 2,000 characters at the age of 3, I am playing in the mud at the age of 3, and I can solve the Pythagorean theorem at the age of 7. A 12-year-old postdoctoral fellow, it's almost like Kaihang's rebirth. Wang Feng secretly vomited in his heart. He learned a lot of this kind of information at the time, and after understanding it, he deeply felt that the level of human intelligence was probably raised by this type of person. However, if I return to modern times, am I a genius? Wang Feng exclaimed. Thinking of these things, Wang Feng felt lonely for a while, and quickly shook his head, shaking these chaotic thoughts out of his mind. At this time, there was an uproar from the front. I advise you people to inquire about our Shrek Academy before you come. Don't always come to our Shrek Academy to register because you can graduate and get a viscount. This will only waste you registry fee. That the old man stood up, his face looked a little impatient at the long line behind. Shrek is a kind of monster. Among the soul beasts it is also a very strange monster, so what we want to collect is all monsters. Ordinary soul masters, with poor qualifications, under the age of 12, and have not reached the 21st level, can leave directly, don't waste your time and your own money. The old man said, as if to show his power, his body was shaken, and 6 spirit rings lit up from under his feet. 1 white and 1 yellow, 3 purple and 1 black. Chapter 64, Can you stop drinking water first? You are listening at novelfull.audio. Soul Emperor Strong. As expected, after watching the old man's words, most of the people in the line were scared to leave, also saved Wang Feng and the others a long time, after a while. Excuse me, can I pass it? Not long after, a soft female voice sounded. When the sound rang, many people looked at it. Wang Feng knows people by hearing it, and you can know who the owner of the voice is without looking. Brother, is this girl very beautiful? Zao Wu let out a surprise. Tang San also nodded and said, it's pretty, you're not worse than Zao Wu. He is telling the truth, that girl is really pretty, so he agrees with Zao Wu. After he finished speaking, Zao Wu's expression changed, and he stepped on Tang San's foot and snorted. Little San's desire to survive is not very strong. Wang Feng smiled. Xiao San, who has traveled from ancient times, has never been in love, and has not been influenced by modern culture. The understanding of girls is almost zero, in modern times, that is a solid concrete steel straight man. This kind of proposition, let a modern person come, can coax Zao Wu happily. Tang San looked at Zao Wu blankly, telling the truth, and agreeing with Zao Wu. Why is she angry? Mistress, come here, brother teach you a few tricks. Wang Feng whispered, although, he was also an otaku in his previous life, concurrently serving as a full-level fire master, but I have seen a lot of various online jokes, and it is easy to deal with this. Tang San hesitated and walked over. Wang Feng whispered a few words in Tang San's ear. If Zao Wu asks about it later, just say that. Tang San was stunned. After a while, Zao Wu suddenly looked back, pulled Tang San to look back and said, brother, there are so many beautiful girls, there is one behind us. Behind him, a girl with a cold expression, but looking at a girl who was a little smaller than Zao Wu, was standing calmly. Her skin is very fair, her facial features are very delicate, and her standard childish look, only her chest, is extremely stalwart. She is afraid that it is much more magnificent than many mature girls of 18 or 19 years old, giving people an extreme shocking. Wang Feng took a casual glance, then took it back calmly. Secretly, this is too big, it's a foul, don't look at evil, don't look at evil. Wang Feng is calm, not watching more. No accident, this woman should be Zhu Zhuqing. And Tang San, based on the answer Feng gave, first glanced back, then turned around and looked at Zao Wu a little blankly. What beautiful girl! Where is it? Did you not see it? Zao Wu said, it's behind me. But I only saw Zao Wu a beautiful girl, I didn't see other beautiful girls. Tang San said blankly. Anyway, these are the lines taught by Brother Feng. Tang San recites, feeling that there is no hindrance in speaking. Zao Wu's face suddenly blushed. She glared at Tang San with some embarrassment, and then stepped on Tang San's foot again, angrily said, brother, what are you talking about? Tang San looked at Brother Feng with some confusion. Brother Feng said that, would Zao Wu be happy? Why doesn't it seem to have changed? Hey, rotten wood can't be carved. Wang Feng shook his head, just like Xiao San's head. It's really hard for Zao Wu to go straight. How many of you, do you sign up? At this time, the old man in front pulled back the 3 people's thoughts. Let's get together. Tang San and Zao Wu stepped forward and paid the registration fee, showed his martial spirits one after another, and Tang San was still groping for a while by the old man. It's not bad. I didn't expect that blue silver grass can cultivate so fast, the muscles and bones develop very well. Do you usually exercise less? The old man looked at the two with a smile. Tang San nodded, smiled and said, teacher, are we a monster? Count. The old man nodded, beckoned to Dai Mubai in the distance, and said, Mubai, come over and take them in. Dai Mubai came over, first glanced at Tang San, smiled politely, and then looked around. You guy, what are you looking at? Xiao Wu was not angry, sneaky. Is there something bad in her mind? Dai Mubai coughed a few times and whispered, is he here? He. You mean Brother Feng? Xiao Wu was taken aback, and couldn't help laughing. Why, you are seriously ill, are you afraid of Brother Feng? Ahem, how can you say that you are afraid of the Soul Master? I am just deeply curious. Dai Mubai seemed a little bit shadowy. After all, it feels uncomfortable to be beaten by a punch. Who are you talking about? That just passed, the girl in white clothes standing next to Dai Mubai asked curiously. This Dai Mubai is a 37th level soul veteran. Someone just wanted to return the name fee, but was scared away. Should be very powerful. Is he also afraid of others? Curious, Xiao Wu chuckled and pointed to the front. Aren't you in the front? Don't worry, if you dare to bully me and the third brother in the academy in the future, we will let Brother Feng beat you. Dai Mubai looked to the front, just in time to see the figure of the nightmare that appeared last night. Ning Rongrong also looked at it. This look was stunned. Wang Feng didn't know. At this time, at the door, a girl in white clothes was staring at him with squinting eyes. The expression in her eyes was very complicated, with surprise and shame, but they were all replaced by calm. It's him. Ning Rongrong clenched his hands. Why did he come to Shrek Academy? Don't you want to be under 12? Is this Brother Feng in your mouth? It seems to be about the same size as the one next to me. Ning Rongrong glanced at Dai Mubai. Brother Feng has a special physique and grows fast. He is only 12 years old, 1 or 2 months older than me. Tang San replied. Oh. Ning Rongrong was taken aback, with an inexplicable little surprise and anger in his heart. This guy is just a bit older than himself. Is his spirit power enough? Ning Rongrong asked curiously. Dai Mubai also seemed to feel very interesting, looking at Tang San and Xiao Wu, but Tang San and Xiao Wu also glanced at each other, and shook their heads at the same time. I don't know, we don't know the spirit power level of Brother Feng. It shouldn't be much lower than us. In the past 5 years, although the three have fought many times, Tang San and Xiao Wu rarely let Wang Feng use their soul power. Even if it is used, it still has a very small part of soul power. I don't know. Dai Mubai choked. Isn't he your eldest brother? Forget it, I want to see, how much spirit power is this kid? Far away, the old man looked at Wang Feng and asked in confusion, young man, you seem to be over 12 years old, right? The young man in front of him was as tall as Dai Mubai, he looked at least 15 years old. I have developed well in wretchedness. I have just turned 12 years old this year. Wang Feng said. Wang Feng thought, Zhu Zhuqing didn't look like he was 12 years old. All right, stretch out your hand. The old man waved his hand. Wang Feng walked over, stretched out his hand, the old man squeezed slightly, his face changed slightly. Hey, your muscles and bones, a bit weird, can't tell. The old man frowned, as if he felt something that made him unable to judge. He walked in front of Wang Feng and squeezed his calf and arms as he had touched Tang San before. The more I touched, the more shocked the old man. The bones of this child are just like fine iron. Are they fake? The muscles are also very solid. Can this be developed? Forget it. www.novelmtl.com. You can shine your martial arts first. The old man felt a little puzzled, but he continued. Wang Feng hesitated for a moment, and when he stretched out his palm, a green lotus appeared in the center of his palm. You martial soul, I don't think I've seen it very much. The old man stared at the green lotus blankly. It is Zhu Zhuqing behind, looking at the green lotus, his eyes light up, and he thinks this green lotus is very beautiful. What a pretty little flower. Ning Rongrong was also surprised. This is the first time I have seen this kind of martial soul. Brother Feng's martial spirit is amazing, but it's not just pretty, Xiao Wu said twice with a smile. Dai Mubai also looked at it, as if thinking about this kind of martial spirit. At this time, Wang Feng said, I call it Qinglian. Where is your spirit ring? There is no spirit ring. I can't judge your level. Your kid is a bit special. 2 spirit rings are displayed. Regardless of age, even if you pass the level, that the old man glanced at Qinglian and picked up the water glass on the tabletop. He seemed to feel a little thirsty and was about to drink it. 2R. Wang Feng thought, but teacher, can you stop drinking water? What? Your kid is afraid that I will squirt out. The old man smiled, don't worry, teacher, I have lived for decades. I haven't seen any little monsters. You kid still wants to shock me, so quickly reveal the spirit ring, let me see. After speaking, the old man took the water glass and drank it all. At this time, Wang Feng's whole body soul power moved slightly, 2 spirit rings slowly appeared from the soles of Wang Feng's feet. The moment it came out, it seemed that the air was shaking. 1 purple, 1 black. The sound of spraying water suddenly sounded. Chapter 65, Oscar's Sausage. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Purple, 1,000-year spirit ring. Black, 10,000 years spirit ring. With the 2 spirit rings rising from the feet of Wang Feng, the surroundings became extremely silent. The faces of the remaining few people present have different expressions. First of all, the old man, who just drank the water in his mouth, sprayed it out directly, turning into a mist of water in the air, and his turbid eyes looked at Wang Feng in shock at this moment. It looks like a real monster in modern times, and the rest of the people, Zhu Zhuqin, who was watching calmly behind, also looked at Wang Feng in shock. Tang San and Xiao Wu, who were at the entrance of the village, looked from a distance. Their eyes widened. Ning Rongrong, who was also extremely shocked, opened his mouth slightly, and an incredible look appeared in his eyes. As the girl of the 7 treasure glazed glass sect, she has never seen the first or second spirit ring, a spirit ring of 1,000 years or even 10,000 years. This soul light is too powerful. 10,000 years spirit ring. Dai Mubai felt a little short circuit in his mind. Wait, he has 2 spirit rings, the first one is 1,000 years, the second one is 10,000 years. How? This kind of short circuit is entirely because it is beyond his cognition. Because Dai Mubai has never seen the first spirit ring in 1,000 years, generally, 100 years is hard to come by, and there are differences in the age of 100 years, let alone 1,000 years. Dai Mubai has hardly seen a spirit ring of about 500 years, the second spirit ring 10,000 years, it's too much. The 10,000-year spirit ring, at least the 5th one, can it absorb the 10,000-year spirit ring? Dai Mubai looked at Wang Feng with a deep shock in his eyes. As a student of Shrek Academy, Dai Mubai knew that the absorption of spirit ring was inseparable from his physical fitness and martial spirit. But no matter how strong the body is, there is a limit to absorption, unless, beyond the limits of your body, however, thinking of the punch yesterday, Dai Mubai can faintly understand. Brother Feng's second spirit ring turned out to be 10,000 years old. Tang San whispered. Xiao Wu nodded. The first spirit ring is 1,000 years old, and the 2 know it, and, because the first ring is a 6,000-year spirit ring, the teacher also said that it is difficult for Feng to control the 6,000-year spirit ring, and his body will gradually decline because he can't bear the 6,000-year spirit ring. In fact, Feng Gu has not only not declined over the years, but has become stronger. Even the second spirit ring is 10,000 years old. Horrible. Tang San remembered that the teacher had said that the existence of Feng Gu surpassed his cognition, and I am afraid that he could no longer judge with common sense at all. I said, teacher. Wang Feng put away the spirit ring, looked at the old man, and said with a smile, I passed it. I said it a long time ago, let you not drink water. The old man, he carefully looked at Wang Feng for a long time, wiped his face, shook his head and sighed, there are more and more monsters. You passed, Mubai will take him in together. Wang Feng walked towards the door, and when he saw Ning Rongrong, he paused slightly without stopping. Dai Mubai took 2 steps back subconsciously, coughing a few times. Well, you guys come with me first. There are a few more tests later. Perhaps the shadow caused by that punch was a bit bigger, especially after learning about the other's 2 spirit rings at this time. The shadow in his heart was a bit bigger. Tang San, Xiaowu and Dai Mubai were very curious about the spirit ring, but they knew it was not suitable for questioning right now. So your name is Wang Feng? The white-clothed girl stared at Wang Feng with a gentle tone, with a soft smile on her fair and delicate face. This smile made Tang San and Dai Mubai feel quite comfortable, and even Xiao Wu felt that this girl was very close. Only Wang Feng, he knew that Ning Rongrong was not as simple as it seemed on the surface. "Hello, I am Wang Feng." Wang Feng said with a serious face as if he had never seen Ning Rongrong. Ning Rongrong's expression was stagnant, his hand squeezed slightly, turned around, and whispered, "I'll go in first." Speaking, Ning Rongrong walked in first. "Then I will take you in too. This village is not complicated, and you can see the place and teacher for the second test when you walk in the door." Dai Mubai hesitated and said, "I have to go back later, it seems that an acquaintance has come outside." "Acquaintance? Are you not making any bad ideas?" Xiao Wu looked at Dai Mubai warily. "I remember there seems to be a very beautiful girl behind." Dai Mubai frowned and said, "What bad idea? Is Dai Mubai that kind of person?" "It's just that this person's aura is somewhat similar to mine, and there is an aura that complements my martial spirit. This martial spirit is extremely rare." "Yes, because if we cultivate a tacit understanding and join forces, we can use some very powerful martial arts fusion skills." The 5 words of Wuhuan fusion skill, Tang San and Xiao Wu have heard of them. Wang Feng's heart moved. Tang San and Xiao Wu's martial arts are indeed very good match. A rabbit, a grass, the rabbit eats grass. If there is a martial spirit like carrot, wouldn't it be a better match? Dai Mubai led the 3 of them into the entrance of the village and pointed to the place where some people gathered in front of him. "That place is there." "Okay, I won't tell you any more, I'll go out," said Dai Mubai and hurried back to the door. "It's really simple here." Xiao Wu looked around. At this moment, a voice suddenly came out in front. Selling sausages, big and long delicious sausages, useful and edible, don't miss it when you pass by. Oscar sausages are delicious and sweet, and you can enjoy the peerless deliciousness with only 5 copper coins. Wang Feng looked at not far away, a man with a grey coat, short hair and a beard, pushing a cart. The cart gave Wang Feng a sense of sight of those small vendors in his previous life. "I remember when I was in elementary school, there were a lot of these small vendors' carts selling all kinds of fried foods at the entrance of the school." www.novelmtl.com. The most impressive thing is the spiked potato. Moreover, this kind of small vendor's cart has been accompanied by Wang Feng through junior high school, and even university. It has always existed. The vitality is extremely tenacious. This is Oscar, right? Wang Feng looked at the cart and the bearded man in the distance. "Third brother, I want it. It smells very good, I'll go in line, you can buy it for me." Xiao Wu glanced a few times, and she was delighted with greedy lips. Tang San nodded. "I also think it looks delicious." Wang Feng smiled and walked over with Tang San. At this moment, a figure suddenly walked out of the front queue and walked to the front of Oscar's cart first, then bought 3 sausages and walked to Wang Feng. "I'll ask you to eat." This figure is surprisingly Ning Rongrong. She chuckled and held the 3 sausages in her hand, but she held them farther. "Please have us eat." Tang San was taken aback, and said in his heart, "This girl is quite nice. When we meet for the first time, we invite us to eat. Is this bad?" Tang San said politely. "Nothing to be polite." Ning Rongrong waved his hand gently and looked at Wang Feng, with a smile flashing in his eyes. "Speaking of which, I still owe your friend the favor. He may not have told you yesterday. He was on the street and helped me back the hundreds of soul gold coins I accidentally dropped. I have to thank him very much. But he didn't leave his name, I just found out just now." Speaking of the latter, Ning Rongrong had a strange tone, as if gritted teeth. "Brother Feng, what about this?" Tang San looked at Wang Feng. Chapter 66, Ning Rongrong, even starved to death. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Wang Feng glanced at Ning Rongrong. This girl was kind, and she was afraid that she had already inquired about the weirdness of Oscar's sausage, right? Otherwise, how could she only buy 3 and not buy 1 more for herself? After all, there are some people in the second test, maybe they all bought this Oscar sausage. Yes. Wang Feng replied. Then we'll be dipped in your light. Tang San smiled and took the 3 grilled sausages bought by Ning Rongrong and handed it to Wang Feng. Wang Feng looked at the grilled sausage. The sausage looked like a hot dog from the past life, and the grilled ham sausage, in order to taste, sliced with cuts, looked very delicious, but Wang Feng knew that it was made with spirit power. To be honest, he didn't care about Oscar's weird spell at all. Food is supreme, no matter where it comes from. Just as Wang Feng was about to eat the grilled sausage in one bite, a trace of cunning flashed in Ning Rongrong's eyes. Hun Dan, after you eat it, if you know how this sausage came from, you will vomit, right? Hee hee. Ning Rongrong thought in his heart. Just now, she had learned the secret of the sausage from a few examinees who had eaten the sausage. Although she felt sick in her heart, she did so because of this, but at this moment, Dai Mubai hurriedly came and shouted from a distance. Wait, I can't eat. Dai Mubai hurriedly walked over, and said solemnly towards Oscar in the distance. Xiao Ao, how many times have I told you not to sell grilled sausages at school, don't you know? Are you trying to wait until everyone else will vomit? Not far away, Oscar walked over with a wry smile. Is this uncle also a student of the college? Tang San felt a little weird. This beard-faced uncle is also a student. Uncle. Xiao Ao is 2 years older than you this year. Dai Mubai shook his head. It's just that his martial spirit is a rare food-type martial spirit, and his natural hair is exuberant, that's why it looks like this. Then, is there a problem with this sausage? Why can't we eat it? Tang San asked curiously again. Ning Rongrong secretly said something was wrong. If Dai Mubai came a little later, Wang Feng would definitely eat it. Cannot eat. Dai Mubai looked at Ning Rongrong and said, Xiao Ao, you can get a new sausage. Boss Dai. Isn't that inappropriate? Future students will be watching. Oscar looked embarrassed, especially this beautiful elementary school girl in a white dress. If I see how I did it later, I am afraid that it will be difficult to talk later. I just gave her a 30% discount. Hurry up, the 3 of them will definitely be students in our college in the future. Do you want to hide it? Dai Mubai raised his fist. Don't let me do it myself. Seeing this, Oscar had to laugh a few bitterly, and then with his soft and slightly wretched voice, he called. I have a big sausage. After shouted, Oscar stretched out his hands. 2 yellow spirit rings rose from under his feet. His soul power was concentrated in his palm, and a sausage-like martial spirit slowly turned into a real sausage. This weird and ambiguous spell suddenly changed the expressions of Tang San and Ning Rongrong. Ning Rongrong said that he had heard about the weirdness of this sausage, but after hearing it with his own ears, he felt nauseous. Tang San was the same, and it was for Xiao Wu. I felt that the grilled sausage in his hand was a bit hot, hurriedly handed it to Ning Rongrong again, saying. This, kindly received. And the cold girl behind Dai Mubai also frowned and shook her head. Wang Feng found it quite interesting, and watched it with gusto. Hey! Oscar sighed. Ning Rongrong took the grilled sausage. His face was a bit ugly, knowing that Wang Feng would definitely not eat it, so he had to pass the grilled sausage to Oscar again. Do not. At this moment, Wang Feng took the grilled sausage from Ning Rongrong's hand and said with a smile, Why is it yours? Ning Rongrong was stunned. At this time, Wang Feng walked over and said to Oscar, Are there any seasonings? Do you want to eat? Oscar was startled. Of course, these 3 roots are also her heart. Wang Feng said with a smile, Besides, food is innocent. Hearing the words, Oscar was moved. A good delicacy is innocent. There are some. I have all kinds of spices here. Junior brother, if you want to eat in the future, I will give you a 50% discount. This sentence simply said that Oscar was in his heart. Give me the seasoning, I will adjust it myself. Wang Feng walked to Oscar's cart, looked at it, and was very happy. Although it's not as good as the grill stall in the previous life, there are obviously a lot of spices on the cart of Oscar, is similar to pepper, cumin powder, spicy powder, and some sauces. Wang Feng sprinkled the seasoning on the 3 grilled sausages, sniffed. It's really fragrant. Wang Feng moved his index finger, and under the gaze of several people, he took one bite at a time. After eating, there is still a bit of aftertaste, and I miss the feeling of eating baked ham and hot dogs from the past life. Tang San, Ning Rongrong, and Dai Mubai swallowed, is definitely not greedy, but awesome. Dai Mubai murmured. He was the first to see No Mian without changing his color, and he ate Oscar's sausage for the first time, even ate 3 roots, too strong. He couldn't do it himself. Brother Feng is still great. Is this grilled sausage so delicious? Brother Feng is very particular about eating. How can you eat this kind of food? Tang San muttered. Ning Rongrong on the side heard this and suddenly felt guilty. He obviously wanted to fix him, but he didn't care at all. He even took 3 of these sausages in one bite to take care of his own heart. He must be vomiting now, right? Thinking of this, Ning Rongrong lowered his head, feeling a little ashamed for the first time in his life. What are you looking at me doing? Wang Feng didn't know that Ning Rongrong was trying to self-defense at this time. He looked at a few people and said, "It's really delicious, and you must add more of this seasoning." Tang San shook his head repeatedly, but was a little moved. "By the way, give me another one," Wang Feng suddenly said to Oscar. "Do you want more?" "Great." Oscar's heart was even more moved. Usually, no one wants to eat his own sausage, is clearly usable and edible. Now someone likes the sausage I made. Oscar made 2 more quickly and handed them to Wang Feng. Wang Feng sprinkled the seasoning. Instead of eating www.novelmtl.com, he walked up to Ning Rongrong and said with a smile, "As the so-called reciprocity, I will also ask you to eat one. Will you refuse?" "Come, please." Wang Feng handed the sausages to Ning Rongrong. This Ning Rongrong is not that simple. I guessed that I had found out the secret of the sausage a long time ago. I deliberately invited myself to eat it, and said it after I finished eating, so I could vomit. Ning Rongrong didn't expect that he didn't mind the sausage at all. He was not a delicate person. Wang Feng is now ruling his body in his own way. In an instant, a pair of eyes looked at Ning Rongrong. Ning Rongrong backed away 2 steps in a panic. "What are you kidding about? Want her to eat this? This is more uncomfortable than killing her." I don't want to eat, thank you." Ning Rongrong smiled reluctantly. "No, you want to eat." Wang Feng walked a few steps towards Ning Rongrong. "This is my heart." Ning Rongrong shook his head, stepped back, and said firmly, No, even if I starve to death and leave the college, Ning Rongrong will not eat this." Wang Feng stared at Ning Rongrong. The pitch-black eyes are like a faint tan, which makes people intoxicated. Ning Rongrong was stunned for a moment, and was inexplicably shocked by the look in Wang Feng's eyes, and his heart beat quickly. "You are more beautiful than I thought," Wang Feng said suddenly. "Huh?" Ning Rongrong opened his mouth, and looked at Wang Feng blankly for a moment, wondering why he suddenly saying such things. At this moment, Wang Feng quickly gently sent the sausage into Ning Rongrong's little cherry mouth. Suddenly, the air becomes extremely quiet. Chapter 67, Should I Stop Testing? You are listening at novelfull.audio. The air is solidified a bit, counted his eyes, looking at the girl in white clothes at this time. All of them stared with big eyes. Wang Feng's speed is too fast. How can Ning Rongrong react? Don't say Ning Rongrong. Even if Dai Mubai, Tang San didn't react. The grilled sausage is already in Ning Rongrong's mouth. Anger, nausea, all kinds of emotions poured into Ning Rongrong's mind through the grilled sausage in his mouth. Ning Rongrong glared at Wang Feng. "I didn't expect that this soul light would use this kind of damage trick." Still boasting that he is beautiful, fortunately that his heartbeat speeds up inexplicably. I thought several people can also understand her mood at this time. After all, no one wants to eat this sausage, not to mention being forced. Brother Feng, you are too much. Tang San coughed a few times. Dai Mubai coughed several times and said, "Wang Feng, why should you make it difficult for you to be strong? Although this is your wish, there is no need to care about a girl." However, his eyes looked at Wang Feng with some envy. To be honest, he wants to play this way. but he still dares not. Zhu Zhuqing behind Dai Mubai also frowned at Wang Feng. However, at this moment, several people suddenly heard a sound of chewing, and when they fixed their eyes, it was Ning Rongrong who was gently chewing on the sausage. Seemed to feel everyone's gaze. Ning Rongrong blushed, and while chewing very ladylike, he whispered, "It smells good." She didn't know, she was very disgusting in her heart. Why did it feel so fragrant, hot and spicy? There is also a touch of sweetness. Everyone, Wang Feng also looked at Ning Rongrong in a bit of amazement. He thought that this girl would also vomit, but he didn't expect. Is it difficult to pretend? Wang Feng looked at Ning Rongrong weirdly, and secretly said, "It seems that the people of Douluo mainland can't escape the law of true fragrance." After Ning Rongrong finished eating, he elegantly wiped the corners of his mouth with a handkerchief, looked at Wang Feng and said, "Thank you, I didn't expect this sausage to be really delicious." Looked at Ning Rongrong's sincere answer. Wang Feng is also a little confused. Is it possible that this young lady has adapted so quickly? Or is it a force to hold, and don't want to make a fool of yourself? Or, like me, do you really like to eat? You are polite, you don't need to thank you. Wang Feng said with a smile, "I have time to eat grilled sausages next time." Ning Rongrong nodded lightly and said, "What you said, I remember it. Let's eat together next time." Wang Feng looked at Ning Rongrong seriously, and wondered, what is going on? I'll just make a polite remark, can you still take it seriously? At this time, Zao Wu ran over and tilted her head. What are you talking about? Brother, where's my sausage? Tang San was a little embarrassed, so he said something about Oscar. You smelly men, why do you have such a nasty spell? After listening, Zao Wu blushed and cursed in a low voice, I'm not eating. Seeing this, Wang Feng secretly said, this seems to be a normal reaction. Well, Tang San, Zao Wu, I will take you directly to the last test. Dai Mubai clapped his hands, refocusing the two of them. Go directly to the last test. Is it appropriate? Tang San watched as there were several candidates waiting in line. Don't worry. Dai Mubai walked towards the teacher for the second test and muttered a few words, then the teacher said with a smile, no problem, there are these two candidates this year, it's worth it, you can take them directly to the fourth test. Hearing this, Tang San and Xiao Wu looked at each other, not understanding the reason. Teacher, why can they go directly to the fourth test, but we have to test one by one? A boy said dissatisfiedly, do you still treat Shrek Academy differently? The teacher said with a faint smile, it's really different treatment. If your spirit power is above 25th level, you can go to the last one without testing one by one. However, your soul power is above 25th level. At the age of 12, he can reach the level of 21 spirit power. In many junior spirit master academies, he is already a true genius, level 25. The boy stopped speaking immediately, but he still looked at Tang San suspiciously. I don't believe it, I have never seen a 12-year-old soul master with a 25 level. He naturally does not believe it. Wang Feng shook his head. It was like in the news that 10-year-olds could go to college. I haven't seen it in person, no one will believe it. Even if it appears in various news, many people still doubt it. To put it simply, if you have never seen it before, exceed your imagination, or your common sense, you will directly deny it and not believe it. This is also the origin of many levers. 12-year-old, 25th level soul master, roughly equivalent to the kind of 10-year-old kid going to college. To other soul masters, it would feel very incredible. In addition, the children with outstanding talents are usually sought after and praised by others. At this time, they are naturally unbalanced and it is difficult to believe the facts. Do not believe. Dai Mubai sneered, took out a white crystal ball, and said, Tang San, Zao Wu, you too show your spirit power. This test crystal specifically tests soul power below level 30, if it exceeds it, it will explode, and this second test is naturally dedicated to testing specific soul power. Tang San nodded, walked over directly, and input his own profound sky power. In an instant, a masterpiece of white light, like a shining brick, full of brilliance. Seeing this scene, the boy suddenly stayed. This kind of light is obviously a sign that it is about to reach level 30. In other words, this person is at least level 29. 12 years old, 29th grade. The teacher in charge of the test also looked surprised. After that, Zao Wu stepped forward to test, inputting soul power with a smile, seeming to like this scene very much. The bright light continues to light up. It's another 29 level. The boy was so scared that he backed away several steps. This way, it seems that I can go directly to the last test. Ning Rongrong smiled softly, walked over, and took the crystal ball. A clear light emerged, although it was not as high as Tang San and Zao Wu, but it was definitely not low, at least around level 26. Wang Feng, do you want to? Ning Rongrong was about to pass the crystal ball to Wang Feng. Suddenly, a figure flashed by, and the crystal ball in his hand disappeared. This figure is surprisingly the cold girl who followed Dai Mubai. Ning Rongrong glanced, and found that this silent and cold girl seemed to have a higher spirit power than her, and her light was a bit more exuberant. It seems that there are more and more monsters in Shrek this year. The test teacher said with emotion, with surprise and joy in his eyes, all four of you can go directly to the last test. Go. At this time, Dai Mubai said quickly, wait, Wang Feng, do you want to test it? After speaking, Dai Mubai paused. He is actually very curious. A first and second spirit ring, that is, 1,000-year and 10,000-year-old guy, what is his spirit power level? Because when a spirit master absorbs a spirit ring and breaks the realm, he will generally increase his level according to the age of the spirit ring. When Dai Mubai's own spirit ring broke through in the 3rd millennium, he went from level 30 to level 33 directly. Dai Mubai couldn't imagine, how many levels would he become when he was a 20th level spirit master and absorbed 10,000 years of spirit ring. We'll jump directly to level 30. Hearing Dai Mubai's words, Tang San Xiaowu, Ning Rongrong, and Zhu Zhuqing also looked at Wang Feng. Zhu Zhuqing walked over and handed the crystal ball to Wang Feng. Should I stop the test? Wang Feng smiled, you have all seen my spirit ring, it must be more than 25th level. Yu reading www.yuukangshu.com. Brother Feng, just test it. Zao Wu blinked. Yes, Brother Feng, let's go through the program. Tang San echoed. The test teacher looked at Wang Feng quite interestingly. Young man, don't worry, you will not lose your spirit power after a test. And this crystal ball can withstand spirit power below level 30, including level 30. Speaking of this, the test teacher looked at Wang Feng strangely and said. Couldn't, your spirit power is higher than 30. Are you worried that this crystal ball will explode? The words of the test teacher seemed to be what Tang San and Dai Mubai thought in their hearts, and they all looked at Wang Feng. My spirit power is not higher than 30th level. Wang Feng shook his head and said, hearing this, several people breathed a sigh of relief. To really exceed level 30, that would be too exaggerated. 12-year-old Soul Lord. What a joke. However, Wang Feng smiled and said. Although my spirit power is not more than 30th level, this white crystal ball will still explode. How about you change one? His spirit power is no longer measurable by a normal crystal ball. Upon hearing this, the test teacher was taken aback first and couldn't help but laugh. Boy, don't you kid me, bullying the teacher has no common sense. I have tested thousands of students over the years, but I have never seen a white crystal ball below level 30. He has never seen it. Tang San and others have never seen it. Let's do that. Wang Feng didn't hesitate, he directly input his soul power into the white crystal ball. Almost instantly, click, click, the crisp cracking sound sounded. Everyone's complexion changed instantly. Chapter 68, It Will Really Explode. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The crisp cracking sound stimulated the eardrums of everyone present. Boom. The next moment, the crystal balls suddenly shattered, turning into a pile of white crystal particles. Everyone looked at this scene, and they were speechless in shock. Is the test teacher, also looking at him with a dazed expression. I said that. Wang Feng shook his head helplessly. It will really explode. His spirit power did not exceed the 30th level, it should be at the 30th level. However, this white crystal ball could not bear his soul power. The reason is simple, is like, a cubic glass jar can withstand a cubic of iron, but not necessarily a cubic of osmium. Osmium metal is a metal that is 3 times denser than iron metal, with the same amount of physical strength, but heavier. His spirit power quality density is too high. Although the total amount remained the same, this crystal ball could not bear the quality of his soul power. How could this? You really didn't exceed level 30, that the test teacher looked at the broken crystal ball, and indeed, the light from the crystal ball was similar to that of the child named Tang San, showed that his spirit power level should be a little higher than Tang San. Maybe he had just reached level 30, but, how could the crystal ball break? The teacher could not understand, and this scene was beyond imagination. It was the first time he saw this situation in so many years. As a test teacher, he didn't understand it, and the others looked at him with a dazed expression. Does this have something to do with the quality of soul power? Tang San thought in his heart, his soul power is actually Shantian skill, which is slightly more special than the soul power of ordinary soul masters, and is the Xianmen authentic skill. The internal strength that is cultivated, soul power, is essentially an internal force. If the spirit power quality is too high, then the crystal ball may really not be able to hold it. Compared to Tang San, the others looked surprised and puzzled. Is too strong, this soul is pale. Ning Rongrong felt strange, jealous, and unwilling. Are all auxiliary soul masters? This young lady is a genius of the 7 treasure glazed tile school. She is 4 levels worse than him. Moreover, he can blow this crystal ball. But my support ability is the strongest. The strength of the 4th level spirit power does not mean anything. Ning Rongrong thought, wait, can't let you Wang Feng look down on me. I'm afraid that only the dean can explain it. Dai Mubai looked at Wang Feng and secretly said, this year's monsters are more powerful than each. Break the crystal ball aside. Wang Feng is a bit more advanced than Tang San. He should be just at the 30th level of spirit power. After Wang Feng broke the crystal ball with his soul power, let alone the candidates, even Tang San, Xiaowu, Ning Rongrong, and others were completely speechless. Mubai, you take 5 of them to the 4th test. The teacher waved his hand again. Dai Mubai nodded, glanced at the crystal shattered on the ground, and walked towards the academy with Wang Feng and 5 people. On the way to, Dai Mubai explained to the 5 people. In general, there are 4 tests for enrollment in the academy. You have seen it before. The 3rd test is to test the degree of application of their own martial arts. The level of soul power and the rarity of martial arts cannot fully prove the value of a soul master. Like Tang San, your blue-silver grass is a very ordinary martial arts soul, but your true strength is determined by how well you understand your martial arts soul and how you apply it. Tang San, you once said that there is no waste of martial souls, and only wastes of spirit masters. This is the truth. Dai Mubai said slowly. When the 2 were fighting at the Rose Hotel, he had heard Tang San say this. Tang San nodded, knowing the application of martial arts is actually the most important thing for a soul master. Furthermore, the higher the level, the harder the martial soul is to control. If we blindly focus on the spirit power level and martial soul, our soul master will not go far. Dai Mubai continued, so the 4th test is a comprehensive test. To be precise, it tests your actual combat abilities and whether you have any combat experience. Can you withstand the damage caused by the battle, and the ever-changing battle? Use the power of Wuhuan. Sometimes fighting is the best opportunity to train our soul masters. This point is common to spirit masters of any system. The power attack system, auxiliary system, and control system are the same. While walking, Dai Mubai slowly poured the basic ideas of the academy into the 5 people. Wang Feng nodded slightly. Dai Mubai's words and Shrek Academy's concepts are relatively advanced and scientific in the era of the Douluo world. The requirements are so high. How many students can your college have in a year? Xiao Wu couldn't help asking. No wonder the college is just a small village. Is it too poor? As Feng Gu said. Dai Mubai coughed twice, and a trace of embarrassment flashed across his face, but soon he became straight and said. You are right. Our college does not have many students a year. In the 20 years since the college was established, a total of 42 students were enrolled. so we averaged a little more than 2 a year. There are 5, which can be regarded as one record. Also, among these students, only 14 have graduated. Hearing this, several people were stunned. So few? Ning Rongrong asked in surprise, are there high requirements for graduation? Of course. Dai Mubai's tone was very solemn. The condition for graduation from the academy is to reach at least level 40 before the age of 20. Many people who died during the cultivation process and killed the soul beasts and quit school early are excluded. These years, there are only 14. But, don't underestimate these 14. After they walked out of Shrek Academy, they all became famous people. One of the most powerful has become the youngest elder in the Spirit Hall, second only to authority. To the Pope, that this graduation requirement is very high, Zao Wu exclaimed. Wang Feng shook his head. Even for the academy that only accepts monsters, the graduation rate is only 30%. Too low. Having said that, Dai Mubai suddenly smiled bitterly. It is precisely because of this www.novelmtl.com that the academy lacks funds. The Kingdom of Barak wanted to sponsor our academy, but because of the need for the academy to be loyal to the kingdom, it was rejected by the dean. If it weren't for my family to sponsor some, the college is going to go bankrupt. But even if this is the case, the dean has also said that it is better to go to waste. Never lower any requirements, Dai Mubai said in a slightly respectful tone. The college recommended by the teacher is really extraordinary. I am very lucky to have come to Shrek Academy. Tang San smiled. The other people were also a little bit emotional. They didn't expect this Shrek Academy to be in such a situation and origin. Just in front. Dai Mubai led 5 people to a clearing and pointed to the front. Wang Feng narrowed his eyes and looked forward. An open space about the size of 2 football fields. On the side of the clearing, there is a middle-aged man in his 50s with a rough face, dozing off in a rocking chair. Zao Wou-ki. Wang Feng frowned. More than 7th level soul sage, very difficult to deal with. At this moment, Dai Mubai walked over and murmured a few words with the middle-aged man. After listening, the middle-aged man opened his eyes and stood up, revealing his extremely strong figure. Seen from a distance, it looks like a bear, full of muscles, giving people a strong sense of oppression. Like those super strong men from previous lives. The figure is really exploding. Wang Feng secretly said, the exposed arms are thicker than the thighs of a girl in her 20s. Haha, interesting, there are 5 monsters above level 25 this year. Come over and give me Kong Kong. Zao Wou-ki waved his hands at everyone. Few people looked at each other and came closer. Chapter 69, I am indeed an auxiliary soul master. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Zao Wou-ki looked at everyone. His eyes were very soft, his face was very kind, and he smiled and said. Not bad. My name is Zao Wou-ki, and the teacher of your 4th test is me. In previous years, I hardly saw monsters over level 25 at the age of 12. 5 of them came this year. Then let's play with you. I will give you time for an incense stick. You understand and discuss this incense stick with each other. After the incense stick, the test begins. If the 5 of you can sustain my attack on the incense stick time, even if only one person insists on it. In the end, it's all considered you pass. After finishing speaking, I saw that a few people were already stunned. At this time, Dai Mubai hurried over and said, Ms. Zhao, is this inappropriate? What? Do you think there is a problem? Now that the dean is not here, I am the boss, I have the final say. Zao Wou-ki's tone did not waver. No, I didn't mean that. Dai Mubai walked up to Zao Wou-ki and said in a low voice, I mean, 1 stick of incense is too short, would you like to increase it? 2 sticks of incense, I think should be more appropriate. After finishing speaking, Dai Mubai quietly glanced at Wang Feng. If Tang San and 4 people were to deal with Zao Wou-ki, it would be impossible to stick incense, but if Wang Feng is added, Dai Mubai thinks it might be different. 1 punch can blast oneself into the King Kong white tiger and fly away. The 1st and 2nd spirit rings are the 1000-year-old spirit rings. and the guy who can burst the crystal ball when he is less than 30th level, a stick of incense. As long as Mr. Zhao doesn't give his full strength, the problem is not big. Dai Mubai felt that he still had this judgment. Zhao Wou-ki looked at Dai Mubai, and a question mark slowly popped up in his mind. You think Teacher Zhao, I'm old and can't lift the knife anymore, don't you? 2 sticks of incense. Nothing faded against the mere 5 furs. Child, still use 2 sticks of incense. Tone, still not loose at all, even a little bit cold. Hearing the words, Dai Mubai's expression changed, and he hurried over without persuading him. Daihua, this Teacher Zhao, is he amazing? Xiao Wu frowned and asked, how come the 5 of us are 25th level spirit masters? We only need to hold a stick of incense to fight him. This is too simple. Right? Teacher Zhao, he is not a problem, he is the kind of rare soul warrior. Dai Mubai coughed a few times. Teacher Zhao's spirit is the great King Kong bear, an extremely powerful beast spirit with incomparable defensive abilities and no flaws in the body. It is almost difficult for a spirit master of the same level to fight. He caused effective damage. Of course, you definitely want it. Bear-like martial arts are mostly cumbersome, and think that his speed may not be good, but it is relatively speaking. It will never be bad for you. The powerful offensive ability and unparalleled defensive ability have made many spirit masters of the same level helpless against Teacher Zhao. Wherever he stands and let you fight, you may not be able to shake him the slightest amount and suffer much damage. Therefore, Teacher Zhao in the academy also has the title of King Fudo. After speaking, Dai Mubai looked at the 4 of them. It's so powerful. What is his spirit power level? Xiao Wu asked, is it a soul emperor? That at this time, Dai Mubai did not speak, and Ning Rongrong suddenly said, it is not the soul emperor, it should be the soul sage. The title of Fudo Ming King, I heard his father and them say that 10 years ago, Fudo Ming King Zhao Wuji, because there was a festival with Wuhuan Hall. At that time, Wuhuan Hall sent 16 bishops to rush over. These bishops were at least level 60 or above. At that time, Fudo Ming King Zao Wou-ki was also over 60 level. Now he must be even more powerful. I guess, there should be more than 70 levels. After listening, everyone was stunned except Wang Feng. Soul Saint. Everyone took a slight breath. Dai Mubai nodded and said, you're right, Teacher Zhao is at least a 70+ level Soul Saint. Moreover, his 7 spirit rings are additional defenses and powers. You can imagine how terrifying it is. Don't talk about the 4 of you, even if you add me, you may not be able to last a minute under his hand. 4. We have 5. Xiao Wu asked in confusion, are you saying that Brother Feng is not a human? Wang Feng. No, don't talk nonsense, I haven't said this. Dai Mubai glared at Xiao Wu, I mean, with Wang Feng, you will be a lot easier. These words seem very novel. Dai Mubai, is Wang Feng so powerful? Ning Rongrong looked at Wang Feng, this is actual combat. It's not just a comparison of spirit power and spirit ring. According to what you said, you need to have a deep understanding of your own martial arts. Understanding and application. Besides, he is still an auxiliary soul master. Ning Rongrong did not say this. Zhu Zhuqing also looked at Wang Feng, with some curiosity in his eyes, as if he was a little surprised and puzzled by Dai Mubai's words. I think so. Tang San smiled and said, well, Big Brother Dai has already told us a lot of useful information. Let's get to know each other and introduce ourselves first. My name is Tang San, the Weapon Spirit Blues Silver Grass, the 29th level Control System War Spirit Master. Xiao Wu, Beast Martial Spirit Rabbit, 29th level Assault War Spirit Master. Ning Rongrong, Qibao Yuli Pagoda, the 26th level Auxiliary Soul Master. Zhu Zhuqing, the Spirit of the Beast, the Ghost Cat, the 27th level Agile Spirit War Master. When the 4 of them finished speaking, their eyes fell on Ning Rongrong's body in unison. Are you a member of the 7 Treasure Glazed Tile sect? Tang San looked at Ning Rongrong in surprise. 7 Treasure Glazed Tile Pagoda is known as the Pan-continent's most powerful auxiliary tool Soul Master. I didn't expect to be able to become a combat partner with the 7 Treasure Glazed Tile sect. Ning Rongrong glanced at Wang Feng and said with a chuckle, I also ran out secretly. My support ability can provide you with a 30% increase in strength and speed. A stick of incense, absolutely no problem. But I don't have any offensive ability. After speaking, Ning Rongrong looked at a few people. 30% increase, in the Battle of the Soul Master. If it is of the same level, it is a critical and fatal increase. If it is of different levels, it means the possibility of leapfrogging challenges. And the higher the level, the higher the increase. For many war spirit masters, it is a very eager combat partner. As expected, after Ning Rongrong finished speaking, Tang San and the others were amazed. Hee, then we have a better chance of winning. Zao Wu said happily. Tang San also nodded, with a slight smile on his face, obviously happy to have an auxiliary soul master with increased ability as a partner. Is the cold Zhu Qing, looking at Ning Rongrong a little softer. This made Ning Rongrong feel a little proud. Suddenly, she looked at Wang Feng on the side, but she saw this soulless, indifferent appearance, can't help but feel stuck. Wang Feng, how about you? Ning Rongrong looked at Wang Feng, who was silent and couldn't help but ask. Ning Rongrong's words instantly caused the eyes of several people to fall on Wang Feng. Wang Feng hasn't answered yet, Dai Mubai on the side said. He should be the most powerful assault weapon spirit master among you. I suggest that you wait for him to be the main attacker. www.novelmtl.com Rose Hotel's punch. Dai Mubai feels that it may be difficult for her life. Forget it, so suggested in advance. However, when Dai Mubai finished speaking, he found Tang San Xiaowu looking at herself extremely strangely. Ning Rongrong also looked at himself in astonishment. Dai Mubai was stunned. Did he make a mistake? If I remember correctly, Wang Feng told me that he is an auxiliary soul master. Ning Rongrong blinked. Dai Mubai smiled and said, Ning Rongrong, don't tease me, how could he be an auxiliary soul master? After talking, Dai Mubai looked at Wang Feng. Unfortunately, I am indeed an auxiliary soul master. Wang Feng said with a smile, 30 level, weapon spirit Qinglian. As for ability, I can quickly recover your injuries. With me, as long as I am not dead, I should be able to wake up. So, you can rest assured to go to a big fight later, a battle. Wang Feng finished. Dai Mubai was stunned, Ning Rongrong was also stunned, and Zhu Qing was also stunned. Tang San and Zao Wu were also stunned. Wait, isn't Feng Ji's support ability to restore his spirit power? When did it become healing power? Tang San and Zao Wu looked at Wang Feng blankly. Can this change? At the same time, on the other side, Zhao Wu squinted his eyes slightly and was also looking at Wang Feng, and said in his heart, when the kid Dai Mubai suggested that I increase it to 2 sticks of incense, he glanced at this kid, explained that this kid was the reason why Dai Mubai said so. Otherwise, with Dai Mubai's judgment, she would definitely not say such a thing. Wait a minute, I want to be the first to hit this kid. 2 sticks of incense. Ah. Chapter 70. Do you treat me Zao Wou-ki as an honest person? You are listening at novelfull.audio. The auxiliary spirit master of the healing system is also rare compared to the auxiliary of the amplification ability. And, as long as you are not dead, can you wake up? What is this concept? It is estimated that few healing spirit masters in the entire continent dare to say that. The most shocking is naturally Dai Mubai. You are a 30th level spirit master who can blast me with 1 punch, now tell me that you are a healing spirit master. Is that kind of healing spirit master who hides behind the battlefield and returns blood to injured teammates? Dai Mubai looked at Wang Feng. For a moment, he was a little unacceptable. These 2 kinds of changes were totally different. Healing system. As long as you are not dead, you can wake up. Really? Ning Rongrong opened his small mouth slightly. If there is such a healing type of martial soul, it would already be famous in the mainland. But just now, Ning Rongrong had never seen Wang Feng's mysterious and beautiful little flower martial spirit. Zhu Zhuqing also felt a little weird. The martial soul of the real healing system is rare. Really? Wang Feng nodded. So, it's going to start right away, and you can wave around at will. If you have any tricks, just go to this teacher Zhao. If you get hurt, it's mine. Well I will give you blood back and heal your injuries later. Team battle. It is difficult for Wang Feng to make progress, mainly because he is too strong. Unless he and Zao Wou-ki have a little one-on-one contest, it's okay, but that's a matter of the junior. Wang Feng intends to find another opportunity, but it's not good not to participate. Moreover, Tang San and the four need such a battle to let them adapt to the battle. Wang Feng felt that this was a good opportunity to show his ability to heal, mainly because he did not want to wait for a few people to be seriously injured. In the original work, Wang Feng still remembers very clearly. In this battle, Zhu Zhuqing, Xiao Wu, and Tang San were all injured in varying degrees. Zhu Zhuqing and Xiao Wu passed out in a coma, and it takes a day to recover. Oscar's sausage there is no way to recover. Zhu Zhuqing will not say anything. Tang San and Xiao Wu had a good relationship with him. He didn't want them to be injured and temporarily unable to be cured. To fight, one must experience injuries. But the cure also needs to be timely. In the past 5 years, Wang Feng himself has not suffered many injuries. Brother Feng, yes, but I remember, isn't your support ability to restore soul power? That Xiao Wu asked in doubt. Is now. Xiao Wu still remembers 6 years ago when he was outside the small forest. Feng Gu punched the small tree behind him, and then helped herself and the third brother recover their spirit power. Why is it now cured? When Xiao Wu said this, Dai Mubai was stunned again. Does still have 2 abilities. Restore soul power. Impossible. Ahem, the ability of my martial arts soul depends on my mood. Wang Feng said calmly, for example, I don't want to fight now, my spirit ability will become a cure that favors auxiliary supplies. If you tell them that your martial soul has various forms, explaining it now is too much trouble, and everyone heard the words, for a while, is there such a martial soul? Okay, stop talking nonsense. Wang Feng said quickly, Tang San, you hurry up and make a combat plan for them. Oh, good. Tang San nodded quickly. Dai Mubai stepped aside in a mess, watching quietly, faintly feeling that this battle might be very interesting. Not long after, Tang San made a good battle plan. Xiao Wu attacked, he controlled, Zhu Zhuqing assisted to check, Ning Rongrong and Wang Feng assisted at the end. Is simple and straightforward, depending on the actual operation. At this time, the incense was almost burned out. Well, children, get ready for the baptism of battle. Zao Wou-ki's loud voice came, and after speaking, he took out another joss stick and directly inserted it on the ground. Is also at this time, behind Ning Rongrong quietly turned, a soft and beautiful voice, accompanied by the dancing white skirt, slowly sounded. Qibao is transferred out of Liuli. As the words fell, colorful rays of light shone from Ning Rongrong's body, setting her off like a heavenly fairy, and a jeweled colorful pagoda appeared in the center of her palm. At the same time, 2 yellow spirit rings slowly passed from under Ning Rongrong's feet. As it rises, the disc rotates, exuding a faint brilliance. Qibao is famous, one said, power. Ning Rongrong cursed lightly, and the first spirit ring light was mastered, and then she tapped the pagoda with her fingertips, and 3 rays of light fell on Tang San, Xiao Wu and Zhu Zhuqing. Qibao is famous, and the second is, speed. Followed closely, Ning Rongrong did not hesitate, the second spirit ring radiated light, and 3 more rays of light floated out of the pagoda and fell on the 3 of them. In an instant, the 3 of them felt as if their bodies were full of strength, and their bodies were lightened by a few points. That kind of feeling, it feels like eating ice cream in the dog days, all over the body, unspeakable comfort. Come on. Ning Rongrong said last. On the other side, Zao Wou-ki looked at Ning Rongrong in surprise. Good guy, I didn't expect that all the members of the 7 Treasure Glazed Glass sect will be here this year. Interesting, I don't know what old Flanders will be happy after seeing him. Come on. The voice just fell. Zao Wou-ki did not give the 3 of them a chance to attack, and directly attacked Ning Rongrong. Seeing this scene, Tang San secretly said something bad. Fortunately, Zao Wou-ki's speed was not fast. Almost when he was approaching Ning Rongrong, his blue-silver grass was instantly activated, and the dark long vines came from under Ning Rongrong's feet. The ground grew out, locked it, and quickly pulled it to the other direction. Are you fooled? That when Zao Wou-ki saw this, he was not surprised but rejoiced. With a turn, he rushed towards Wang Feng next to Ning Rongrong. This kid is absolutely weird, and it's not obvious. It must be the first to solve this kid. Lest nights have long dreams, Zao Wou-ki is worthy of being a soul sage of more than 70 levels. The intuition that has been battlefield ready and Dai Mubai's previous suggestions have given him extremely vigilant. Brother Feng, be careful. Suddenly, 2 exclamations sounded. Is Tang San and Xiao Wu? Tang San could only control one, and directly chose to save Ning Rongrong. The main reason was that the master once said that if the sole master of the 7 treasure glazed glass sect had to solve it immediately, he was preconceived, thinking that Zao Wou-ki had to solve Ning first. Rongrong. Because once Ning Rongrong is solved, the auxiliary effect on the 3 of them will be broken. How did you know that Zao Wou-ki turned out to be slammed, slyly placing the target on Feng Gu? Is very weird. Even Wang Feng is a little confused. Wait, why did Zao Wou-ki hit me when he came? It's unscientific. I obviously didn't do anything or say anything. I didn't report the spirit ring or something. It stands to reason that Zao Wou-ki didn't know much about the 5 of them. Otherwise, Ning Rongrong would not recognize the person from the 7 treasure glazed tile school until after Ning Rongrong released his soul abilities. How come you set the target on me? Wang Feng is a little puzzled at this moment, at the moment of crisis. Although Wang Feng was puzzled, he didn't plan to fight against Zao Wu-ki, but the palm of his hand shook, and the Wuhuan quickly lit up. The golden lotus blooms quietly. A ray of golden light gushes from the golden lotus and falls on Zao Wu-ki. Eat me. Wang Feng gave a low voice. Seeing this, everyone looked at it in amazement. Wait, isn't your martial soul cured? Why give it to Teacher Zhao? But the next moment, they were instantly stunned. I saw Zao Wou-ki rushing towards Wang Feng fiercely, almost just 2 steps away from Wang Feng. His face suddenly flushed, his whole body staggered suddenly, his legs softened and he almost fell to the ground. Fortunately, Zao Wou-ki reacted quickly, stumbled back a few steps, and quickly moved away from Wang Feng 10 steps away, looking at Wang Feng with a gloomy and vigilant expression. Everyone, what's the situation? What happened just now? Boy www.novelmtl.com. What did you do just now? Zao Wou-ki's face was a little ugly. Just now, an inexplicable impulse and desire suddenly surged in his heart, which was difficult to contain, so that his legs were a little sore and his whole body was very comfortable, but he was so comfortable that he lost even the fighting spirit. The control of the body plummeted. If it wasn't for his firm will, I was afraid that I would have screamed out comfortably just now. It would be too shameful. This kid is really weird. Teacher Zhao, I will heal you. Wang Feng said with a smile. Fart. I have no injuries at all. Zao Wou-ki shouted, what spirit ability did you use just now? It's so weird. It's just like taking that special medicine. You are the king of immobility. Zao Wou-ki is an honest man, doesn't he understand anything? Zao Wou-ki looked at me as someone who came here. You kid would never want to lie to me. Hearing this, everyone seemed to understand a little bit, and looked at Wang Feng with amazement. I am really healing you. Wang Feng waved his hand and said, it's just that, my cure, given to the enemy, has some side effects. There are more exciting things. Teacher Zhao, want to try it? That when everyone heard this, they suddenly realized, could it be that Wang Feng's healing ability has a real healing effect on his comrades, but it also has a reverse side effect on the enemy? Is too cowhide. This completely solves the problem of healing spirit masters who appear to be easily attacked during the battle. Just now, even Teacher Zhao was unavoidably caught. Zao Wou-ki looked at the kid with a gloomy expression. There is a faint feeling, maybe, a stick of incense, it seems to be really not enough.